Tong's four seam Vulcan split changeup and curveball, whereas Yesavage's four seam split and slider. All right, real quick, we got a lot of questions in the chat about Tong versus Yesavage because they both have the high slot, and I've been pointing out that even though they both have the high slot and a similar arsenal in terms of Tong's four seam Vulcan split changeup and curveball, whereas Yesavage's four seam split and slider, I think that they're way different pitchers because Tong
Right.
has more extension. His game is to get way out there and then have his ball kind of play true and flat at the top of the zone. That's more of his game, is the top of the zone fastball game, whereas Yesavage has the short stride to pair with the high release. So it creates the downward plane and creates more of a bottom of the zone issue for the players. So even though they have a similar arsenal in that it's north-south based, the way that their fastballs play is very different. So I'd be careful if I was Tong to try to learn anything from him. I would continue to master what I do and not worry so much about what this guy's doing, even though you both have a high release.
Yeah, I would just keep watching the Lincecum videos, man. Like you jump at people. That Vulcan that is a slower changeup that does have depth, like that is going to be like guys are going to parachute ball them to death and maybe find a curveball that's harder. Like that's because the Savage has the 90-mile-an-hour thing in the middle. Like Tong's just 95 or 78.
Yeah, it's like 95, 85, 75.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different.
But he does have Tong, Savage is 20. Tong's like
22.
His first outing was like 22. His first outing was like 23-2 or something average. I was like, dude, that's the highest in the league already. It's optimized. That's insane. But and then he also has the extension, which makes it even weirder because it's weird because he is a high onslaught too.
But here's the thing: the further you travel down the mound, the lower you are relative to the ground, the height ground.
So that'll start to even it out.
Right. His release height is not exceptionally high, even though the arm angle is exceptionally high.
So and then so I don't know how much you've talked about because these aren't public stats, but even like the approach angles.
Mm-hmm.
So like how deception. I've been trying to figure out a way to write. There's like 7 metrics out there that like are deception now, and there's a way to get. People are working on turning it into metrics, but it's like the release height, the X horizontal release, so all the angles you're creating to the plate, and then how the ball is actually approaching the plate. Yes. And that's where Yesavage and Tong are
way off.
Polar opposites.
Yeah.
Right. And I was an extension guy. So I had 17 inches of ride, but it looked like 20, and it looked like everything threw harder. That's why Edwin Diaz gets away with dead zone 13, forcing fastball.
Because he's low.
Because he's literally halfway there.
And he's halfway there, and he's low. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I had a big extension, low release. I could throw 14s by guys sometimes,
Yeah.
But so I actually think the angles are almost more important than the IVB. I mean, obviously it's nice if you can create the maximum amount of ball movement as well to pair with your angle, but that's kind of the trick, and that's what I wanted to showcase a little bit and talk about between Yesavage and Tong.